time for the trap seat, which is our hot seat. All right. So in the trap seat, we got a segment called Trap Blown.
I've been in the hot seat this whole interview.
Yeah.
Okay, what is this?
All right. So Trap Blown is we're going to go through 3 quick questions with you.
Okay.
First question is, give us during your journey one amazing moment that has either blown your mind or will blow our mind where you like, yo, I can't believe I'm this, I'm here, I did that, or whatever, but something that's been super mind-blowing to you during this journey.
I will never, let me tell y'all, say it in my bio, manifest queen for a reason. Everything I say out of my mouth happens, and it's scary. I'm God's favorite. I don't know. Thank you, Jesus. I posted on my page, I said, I want to work with Jada Pinkett. Like, y'all tag Jada Pinkett. I want to meet her. I want to work with her. Jada, check your DM. I posted a picture of her. 2 weeks later, and mind you, I'll get there. 2 weeks later, I got the call to host Will Smith's 51st birthday in Budapest. Crazy coincidence, whatever, right? I'm like, okay. I get to Budapest, and I show Jada Pinkett the post. I'm like, is this why y'all called me? She's like, girl, no, we did not see that post. Like,
wow.
My friend, Batch, he couldn't do it. He was out of town, and he referred me to them. When Will looked at my page, he's like, I've seen her before. Like, I love her stuff. She's funny. But I just was like, you can manifest in a month, a week, 10 years, 5 years, 2 weeks. I manifested in 14 days, and I got to host Will Smith's 51st birthday in Budapest, Hungary. And I literally sat down to interview him, and I was about, like, literally like this. And I was about to cry. I was like, you better tighten up. Do not ruin this. Do not embarrass yourself. I'm like looking him in his eyes. I'm like, I could feel the emotion. I'm so emotional. I cry at everything. I was about to break down. I was like, nope. I'm like pinching my hand. I'm like, think of something happy. So that moment was just mind blowing. He did the B. Simone song. He was like, baby girl. I was like, stop. Will Smith hosted his birthday.
That's amazing. And
that was one of my quickest manifestations. 14 days. I was like, whoop, I'm on a roll. But when you put it out there, you just have to believe it. You know, yeah. I'm a believer in. People are like, this manifestation is not of God. It depends on who your source is.
Right.
It ain't of God if you worshiping the devil. It's of God for me because Jesus is my source. God is my source. So when I manifest, all that means is speaking things into existence. And, you know, when you put it out there and speak it, you got to believe it and let it go. You don't worry about the how, the when. Just know what's going to happen.
Walk it. Faith is about doing.
Yeah.
Yep. So, you know what? I want to give you some game
that
God dropped on me about a couple months ago.
Okay.
I've been giving to everybody I love and know and talk to on manifesting.
Okay.
And that is a lot of times, like you just said, we do something that's amazing and we call it crazy. And God was like, yo, stop saying these things are crazy. Or you're going to talk crazy into your life.
Man.
If you're a manifest queen, and I'm a manifest king.
Man.
But I'm manifesting crazy as I say things.
That little word.
Then when you're depressed and you feeling crazy, you done talked yourself into it.
You done talked it into it.
So now the things that I do that we would usually call crazy, I say are amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I talk it and I manifest that.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to drop
that was
that
a blessing, or that was great, or that was phenomenal.
Right.
It wasn't crazy.
It wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
How you gonna say God give me this and He gives it to you and say, oh, that's crazy?
That's crazy.
I'm gonna God smack you right now.
Absolutely.
Yep,
That's amazing.
Drop that on
Okay.
you. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Trap Blown Part 2.
Okay.
Give us a time, right? You gotta blow yourself up a little bit.
No.
Yes. Give us a time where that was either super embarrassing, regretful, or shameful, of just a moment in life where you were like, if I could have that moment back, just give me that moment back.
Dating some of you dudes I dated. Regretful. Shameful. Time. Dang. You know what? I'll go back to the book stuff. When I dropped my book, moving so fast. It wasn't that I regretted it or I was at shame because I know I spoke my truth. I talked about all that, but slow down. Everything doesn't have to be a rush. I'm like, that was the only thing that was in my mind as far as regret. I was like, I should have just slowed down. There was no rush to throw out a book. If you're going to make $1 million this month, you can make $1 million next month.
Right.
There's no rush, you know? So I would just say in my career, slow and steady wins the race. I don't regret anything with that. It made
Riding
me
your wave, your own
ride
frequency.
your wave. It's not like, oh, I got this idea. Let's whip it up and throw it out tomorrow. Okay, it's a great idea. Everybody got ideas, but slow down. So, some moments in my career, I could have taken it a little slower. Yep.
Love that, Jim.
Yeah.
All right, and the last thing on Trap Blown is, what's the biggest bag you blew? Time you treated yourself.
I had a couple expensive trips, taking people on trips and stuff, but the biggest bag I blew was getting a jet but this was for business though.
Okay.
It wasn't no stunting stuff. It was like my first show with Martin Lawrence. Right after that, once again, Manifest Queen, wanted to work with the baby so bad, right? I'm like, I done manifested this. What? He's like, yeah, but it's tomorrow. I'm like, there's no flights out of Indiana to LA tomorrow. Not one. We were like, okay, if we drive down to if we drive to New York,
So it's an invite from Martin Lawrence to do a show?
No, I'm at a Martin Lawrence show.
Okay.
This was my first show with Martin Lawrence, and the next day, the baby wanted me to be the lead in his music video.
Wow.
So I was like, there's no flights out of this city I'm in to LA. They were like, well, we're shooting it tomorrow. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, get the jet. Get the jet. I'm not gonna miss this opportunity. Like, get the jet.
Chewing the jet.
I'm calling PJ Kev. I'm calling all these people.
Shout out to PJ Kev.
Shout out PJ Kev, Vomos, all my connects. I'm like, yo, I need a jet in freaking Indiana. Where we? Indianapolis, somewhere random. And I have to get to LA. I have to be there by the morning. So we literally leave the Martin show, run to the jetway, and we hop on the jet.
Got there.
Got there.
Bag blown.
That was the biggest bag I blown.
But opportunity secured.